All right, so we had talked.
If I can interrupt you, you brought up the slavery, and I'd like to chime in on that a little bit. The war started. It was about to start after Lincoln was elected president, and all the southern states started calling for secession conventions. And each county elected, I believe it was two. I know Milton County elected two representatives to go to the convention. And these people ran for the opportunity. And so Milton picked two guys who were anti-secession. And of course, they voted that way. And back in those days, the political power and commercial power and everything else you could think of was in South Georgia, along the coast or whatever, all the plantations were. But to back up with this, the two people they elected, one was a young doctor here in Alpharetta, James C. Street, and the other was Jackson Graham. Jackson Graham was a big farmer over on the east side. I don't know if he had property on the Chattahoochee, but probably. He owned 25 slaves, Jackson did, and Street owned one, and yet they did not support secession. Then there's some numbers that go along with this. I never knew or thought too much about how many slaves we might have had here, but I looked it up once, and we had exactly 100 slaveholders, and a little over 600 slaves.
In this area?
In Milton County.
Milton County. So
a lot of people don't know it, but the Cherokees had slaves.
Yeah, they really don't. They don't know that. That's a pretty interesting fact. I studied a little bit of that, and I'm just really kind of blown away. But which brings me up to my new favorite, whiskey. So this is called Uncle Nearest. And so the story behind this is that Uncle Nearest was actually the guy that made Jack Daniel's whiskey. He was a slave, I think, of Jack Daniel's, and he made this whiskey. And so what I understand is his descendants have decided to kind of redo that. So it's a Tennessee whiskey, not a bourbon. So the difference is on Tennessee whiskey, once they distill it, they pour it through charcoal before they put it in the barrel. So this is like Jack Daniel's, George Dickel, but it's gotten to be really, really popular. And these descendants have kind of gone out and started raising money, and they have raised a ton of money. And they're building their own facility and everything. So you'll get to go see this before long. So I thought that was kind of cool to tie in with that.